Let's do each other's introduction.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay,
You're like, wait, what's yours? I don't actually have one, but
No,
you can make it
that's
up.
Hi, NinkComPoop!
Okay, that was like yours, but with a bit of mine. Well, I just say poops, not NinkComPoops.
Hiya there, my NinkComPoops.
Poops.
Poops? What is it? Hi, Poops.
Hi there, my Brazzlers.
It's awkward. Hiya.
Hiya. Today we have a special guest, my sister Kate. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. How?
You have to copy me.
This is actually something I wanted to discuss on my channel before, but I don't really have like much advice because I haven't had much experience of it, purely because they are the worst things in existence.
What dates?
I don't like them.
I find them okay.
So I felt like, who better to ask advice from than someone who enjoys dating?
I don't enjoy dating.
Well,
I just find it something interesting to do.
Well, that's my first question.
Okay.
Do you enjoy going on dates?
I've always enjoyed meeting new people and
I don't.
getting to know people. I mean, I don't see it sometimes as a date. See it sometimes as you're meeting someone new.
What to you is classed as an official date? If someone asked you out, how would you know they're not just wanting to chill?
Well, obviously if they ask you out to go somewhere, like for a meal or something like that, I'd class that as a date. But in my head, I'd class it as a date if I like the person.
Oh god, that could get dangerous.
If I know that I already quite fancy them, I suppose. Because if you're not too sure, like if you're talking to someone online, you don't know if you like them. So you're going to meet them to see if you're going to click.
So what if you weren't into them, but they asked you out somewhere? How would you know whether they're asking you on a date or just wanting to
Sometimes
chill?
you don't know. You just have to just do it.
Take the plunge.
Yeah.
If they were into you, you weren't into them, and you learnt that on the date, how do you end a date like that? I feel like when you like each other, you both say, oh, we'll see each other soon. But if you don't want to, what do you do?
Sometimes it can be a bit awkward because you're either going for a hug or they could go in for a kiss.
And it's just this
And then you
awkward...
could just go in for a kiss on the cheek and then just be like, oh, okay, I've got to go now. And just kind of go. And so it's nice meeting you.
So you'd say the way you say bye tells a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good point, I suppose.
Because if you like someone, you go in for a snog, don't you really, or something?
Do you like me too?
Kiss like that, like a lizard.
See you soon.
But you normally can tell, because as the date's going on, you can tell if there's like flirtation and things like that, really. But if they all of a sudden jump on you, what's happened in a day, that's quite awkward.
Oh god, what, and you didn't like them, or? Oh god. Oh no. What'd you do? Just
They were
say...
lovely, it's just, yeah, they just weren't my thing.
So you just kind of said, not today. Sorry. Like, what would you...
I just said...
I don't even know
I
what
just
I would
end up
do.
saying I think it would be better that we're just friends because there was
So you're
a
just
spark.
honest. Honestly,
Yeah.
honesty
I mean,
is
it's happened
best
to me. I've been on
policy.
dates and they haven't liked me. Not everyone can. Well, they've liked me, but they haven't. There hasn't been a spark, so there hasn't been that
Yeah.
magic connection that you need. Well, I feel you need. Because I don't see the point of being with someone that you don't have that with. Some people do that. They just date people for the sake of dating.
I don't understand that in like the slightest. I
But
would
loads of
avoid them
people
if I
do.
could.
Loads of people do.
I don't really necessarily like meeting new people one-on-one. If I want to meet new people, I'd like to be in a group and just have that casual thing, but I think that's what weirds me out most about dating, because I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, but I prefer
overwhelmed
it because
by it.
if you like that person, you've been chatting to that person, or you've literally just met that person somewhere, there's a connection already. So you want to get to know that person because you've already connected. So I quite like it because if you're in a group, you're not going to get to know that person completely because you're in a group.
Say you've been talking to someone online for a little while, and you don't really get chemistry online, but
No.
suddenly you learn more about someone just by the way they talk.
Yeah,
and
I prefer to meet up with the person very quickly.
yeah, I remember you saying that a while ago, and me being like, I don't understand why you'd feel like, but then it makes so much sense because
you could be like making this person out to be someone they're
Yeah.
not, and then you meet them and you're like, oh my word, they're not
Yeah.
like at all how you thought they were going to be.
not saying like you're wasting your time on them, but you're wasting each other's
Yeah,
time. And
exactly. That's why I'd rather meet up with them. And then sometimes you meet up to someone and you prefer them more so in person because their personality
that's
comes
a
out a
good
lot
point.
more, or you can tell they've got a certain sparkle in their eyes or something like that. You just notice things more in person, obviously.
see, this is why I needed to make this with you, because all of this stuff I'd be like, I don't know.
But then again, I do get nervous sometimes on dates.
You do?
A little bit. Sometimes when you're gonna, it's part of it,
you
isn't
like
it?
them
Because
and-
yeah,
You get more
I
nervous
like
if you like them.
I get more nervous because obviously you're gonna get flustered, aren't you?
Yeah.
But I try and always take the upper hand, and I'm the one who's kind of making them nervous because then I don't get so nervous.
Yeah, how do you do that though?
Well, if you know they like you, you can tell them
you
getting
pass
more.
it on.
Yeah, you can
Pass
tell
on
they're
them.
getting more flustered. Well, it's cute. I
So
think it's cute.
would you suggest to tell the other person who's quite nervous? You know, some people, when they say it out loud, the other person agrees and it just kind of breaks the ice a bit. If you openly admit that you're quite nervous. Or would you say, no, act confident,
No.
pretend you're
Yeah.
not? Really?
Yeah.
Either way is fine, but I feel like some people, they would tell someone who they're with that they're nervous.
I think it depends
Just
on the
makes them feel
situation
more
because
calm.
sometimes once I confess that I'm nervous, it kind of rolls into
Actually,
and you get
yeah.
more and more nervous.
I'm really nervous like you, and then you like fall down the stairs or something.
But then again, if they come out with saying they feel a bit anxious and you say, yeah, so do I, don't worry about it.
So if they bring it
don't-
up, then don't be like, I'm not, I'm the
You're-
macho man.
Macho man. Have you not checked out my gums? I always want to make sure the person feels comfortable though as well. That's
Yeah.
the other thing. Because you don't want someone to feel really awkward around you. That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, and I guess you wouldn't want them to think that you're so confident you're not even on their level.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing what I have quite a lot of trouble with though. People do think I'm such a confident person, so they can't link with me in a certain way.
What advice would you give to someone who does get nervous though? I mean, it doesn't have to be life-changing advice, but someone who likes to date but can't kind of knock the feeling of being nervous every time.
Don't think it as a date. Just think it as you're meeting someone new. Because obviously you've already spoken to the person, so you already know that you're going to get on with the person, so you shouldn't worry. Don't worry.
Don't overthink.
Yeah, don't think where it's going. Just
Yeah.
enjoy it
I think that's
happening.
yeah,
rather
that's a
than
good
thinking
thing
what's gonna
because
happen.
the only the small amount of first dates I've been on, my problem was trying to think of how I needed to perfect this date so it could be potential. And that's stupid. You should just be like, they might end up being a mate. It might just be a good night out. Instead, I'm overthinking oh, how should I say this? How should I act? If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. I always think it's just literally just meet up somewhere and then just decide what you're going to do. Unless there's a particular place that you want to go, of course.
Yeah.
That you both have the same interests. But other than that, I'd just pick a place and then just take it as it goes, really.
Which leads me to, how do you ask someone out on a date? Which sounds like a simple question, but let's say you've been talking to someone for a while and they don't really seem to be mentioning a date and you really, really would like to.
So I should just say, do you want to meet up sometime?
But then would they not think that's a date?
If you really like this person, I suppose you'd just say, would you like to go out on a date?
So you'd be straightforward, basically.
Yeah. But if you're not too sure, I'd probably say, do you want to meet up?
Also, I think, not that I would know much, but let's say you just get chatting about something, I don't know, somewhere you like to go, it just moves on to, oh, we should go sometime, or there's something at the cinema. This sounds really corny, but you're like, oh, that's on, you like that, let's go.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, I like
But that's
Asian food, let's go get some.
Exactly. Well, that does happen a lot, especially that's how you know if someone likes you when you're on a date, because they bring up quite a lot of stuff that you're into.
Yeah, they
start,
listen.
Yeah, they start saying, oh, I like that, and then start mentioning other things, what they're trying to link themselves with you.
Yeah.
To say, oh, I'm into this, I'm into that, because they know you're already into certain things.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
Who pays? Looking at you as if you've got all the answers in the world. Not just gender, but in general.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you mean male, female, female?
Anything really.
Well, to be honest, I'd say on the first date, I would personally go halves.
Yeah.
Or it depends if you like them again, because if you like them, you could say, I'll pay for this, you can pay for next time.
Yeah, because I don't think it necessarily, even if you're going on a date, it's 2 girls, 2 guys, whatever, if it's girl and a guy, gender, I think, doesn't come into it. It's more, in my opinion, if someone asked you out and has said at the beginning of that they want to take you out, then they're implying that they are offering to pay you to go out. But if they just say, let's go to some whatever, insert here, that doesn't necessarily mean that. But it can be difficult though, because imagine if you're assuming this person's paying for your date and they're not. That's why it gets so awkward and horrible. We have this weird thing where we kind of assume that one's gonna pay, and I don't think it should be like that. Some people just go on dates because they know it will be paid for, which is awful.
Bad stereotype, but I'd say normally it's a woman and a man that normally happens more, because most women think the man should pay when that shouldn't
Which
be the
I think
case.
is ridiculous.
But it's just how certain people think, isn't it, I suppose?
I think it was on a chat show, there was this woman and she liked the fact her son paid for the dates that he was going on. She was, oh, that's so like gentlemanly and so lovely. And then she asked him how many dates he went on in a week, and she was like, what? You're paying for all these women's like meals?
No, I think it should be halved. Or, like I say, you take it in turns to pay.
Yeah. Or offered out loud. Don't just assume.
No. Even if someone says, oh, no, I'm paying, I always say, no, we're going halves. And they have to be like, no, I'm paying, just pay. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get the drinks then.
Just throwing money everywhere, like, ah!
Okay, I'm not in that kind of place. Wow. Don't take my dates to, like, places like that.
Stripper joint. What would you say are some key signs a date is going well?
I'd say a lot of eye contact. Normally, a lot of, obviously, flirtation. Normally, if you're on a date, people will want to, sounds really weird, but like touch you or something.
Yeah, physical contact.
Laugh a lot. Interested in what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not keep looking at their phones or their watches.
Or the watch or the door. Can't wait to be using that door in a minute. Let's say your date went well, but then you weren't sure when to message them again. How long do you wait?
The thing is though, with me though, if a date goes really well, I can tell straight away. Well, not straight away, but I can tell in the date that it's going well.
Yeah.
So I normally would probably say on that date, do you want to do something?
Yeah.
Or in some cases, I've kind of gone on a date and the next day the person said to me, oh, do you want to meet up for lunch? Because if you really like somebody, you want to meet up with them quickly.
Yeah.
Again. To be honest though, I'd say lesbians most of the time are quite intense if they like you.
Really?
Yeah. I like to know where I stand with things. I don't really not like knowing though. I find it really difficult when someone's like, oh, we'll meet up in about 2 weeks time. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like that.
No, I don't. And it wouldn't work for me because if they're not that keen at the beginning, they're not going to be keen in like 7 months time, are they?
Yeah. I feel like that's the whole fun of, if there is fun in dating, it's the excitement at the beginning where you kind of do want to rush things because you're excited about it.
Yeah, exactly. You're excited to see that person again. You get butterflies because you want to see that person again. You don't want to be like, oh no, I put it off.
Yeah, if they're like, oh, maybe I'll fit you in my schedule and do it, you're like,
exactly, really?
This is supposed to be the fun part.
It's like,
say that to me when you're bored of me.
They'd come over straight away, really.
At your door like a dog.
Come on! I don't do it.
So, my last question.
Okay.
How many dates until it is official?
Official? Oh, I see.
It's a bit of a stupid question,
Oh! I think you both have the talk, don't you?
The birds and the bees talk.
Oh, yeah. No, well, you normally can tell if you make it official because that person in my past has got quite jealous of other people. If I'm like talking to one person, then we go on a few dates and they start asking how many other people am I talking to or meeting up with. So you can tell they're getting a bit more wary of certain things. So I suppose that's when you say.
When they start asking about kind of your personal life, maybe.
Because it depends how many dates you go on within, I'd normally say about a month or so. Roughly, but it depends how many times you see that person because normally I'd probably see them quite a lot within that time. Yeah,
I can imagine some situations you've been on a few dates with someone and then you hear that they're maybe not seeing someone else but meeting up with other.
But that's why you say you're seeing this person because you're actually seeing if you like them. I'd probably stop seeing other people.
And what if they didn't do the same? That's the thing. Like, how would
they
you make it official because you don't want them to see other people though? Would you just be like, what are we? That's that's literally what I would do. I'd just say, what are we?
Before I've just said I can tell you obviously are really into me and let's make this official because otherwise you're going to end up getting jealous and worried about everything.
That's what I think. You should just be straightforward and blunt.
Yeah.
Because it will just be this like awful mess of who's this? Like, why are you talking to them? Where are you going? Who are you seeing?
If they're going to go off with someone else, then it's not meant to be, is it really?
That's true. So you're saying if it isn't official and they don't really have intentions of making it
that
way,
exactly.
then what's...
Yeah. They're going to go for someone else. And then it's not going to work in the long run anyway. If they're going to do that now, let her know later on down the line. Oh,
round of applause.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Curtsy.
Any more final
words of wisdom?
Yeah. Have fun, kids. Use condoms and get protection. Use condoms on your fingers. Going around like with these slimy fingers. She took a weird turn.
No, just like have fun. And I remember dating is meant to be fun and you're meant to enjoy it and meet new people.
Don't take it too seriously.
No, don't take it seriously.
And don't jump the gun and be like, this is the person I'm going to marry.
Oh, yeah, don't do that because that's a bit too much.
And you will make yourself nervous if you do that.
Yeah, because you overthink it, and then you get more and more nervous, and then you probably won't end up going on a date because you just get so worried.
And it's okay if a date goes a bit tragic.
Oh yeah, don't
and
worry,
it's
we've
not
all
very
been there.
good. And they make great dating stories, which we should make for you.
Wow, you don't want to hear my dating stories. Wow.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Go over to Kate's
See
channel.
my channel with all my different topics of advice. They're brilliant.
She covers, I would say, taboo topics in a way.
Yeah, lots
And-
of taboo topics, lots of gay topics,
Yeah.
online dating, women, flirting, and all that jazz.
Hey! I'll leave a link down there in the description. And I will see you soon. Toodaloo! Oh, we did it at the same time. So many kisses.